Pub Talk, the unofficial official craft beer podcast of Oklahoma, where we're all about the three B's, beer buddies, and bullshit. I'm Michael, and with me as always is a guy who will always cheer when he's asked the simple question, would you like another beer? Jeremy.
Hey.
On today's Spotlight episode, we're coming at you from the Iron Monk Tap Room in Stillwater, Oklahoma, to catch up on everything they have going on, their Community Keg program, and what you can expect the next time you stop by. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcast app, show us some love on social media at Pub Talk Podcast, and check out our website, pubtalkpodcast.com. All right, let's get into it. So first off, thank you for having us out again.
Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for taking the trip down.
Kick us off with just some introductions, what you guys do here.
Yeah, Matt Sullins, Director of Sales and Marketing for Iron Monk Brewing Company.
And Dustin Steele, head brewer.
Our talkative head brewer. Iron Monk Brewing Company, Stillwater, Oklahoma, established 2015. Dominating the beer world ever since.
That's right. So I guess let's just start off with one of the reasons we're out here today is to talk about this new program you got going on called Community Kegs.
Thanks. Yeah, we're definitely excited about it. It's one of our newest programs here. Really, we love Stillwater. We love giving back to the community. We want everyone to know that we're not just a bunch of guys that are, just here to get messed up and have a good time and not give anything back. Although we do enjoy these things very much, we want to give back to the community. So we decided we used to do a lot of, like what everyone does is benefit nights, stuff like that, and pint nights to benefit charities. And they do okay. They seem to bring around a little bit of money, but they're kind of boring at this point. And you're just you do very little, and you get very little back in return. Whereas we wanted to do something a little more fun, a little more interactive with some of the nonprofits we have here in Stillwater, of which there are many. And so we decided, what's cooler than basically collabing a beer. Everyone enjoys that, and brewing a beer for these nonprofits, and just basically donating 100% of the proceeds from each keg. So what we do is every month we pick a different local nonprofit. We team up with them. They come into the brewery, and we all brew a beer together, spend a day brewing a beer together. They decide the beer, they decide the name, the style. We kind of help with the recipe and steer in the right direction. And then, about 2-3 weeks later, it's the fourth Thursday of every month, we tap the beer. It's a big party. We have live music, and then we have everyone from the nonprofit comes out, and like I said, 100% of the proceeds from the keg goes. So far, we've brewed 2 beers. We've had one of the nights, the Hops for Hope for Wings of Hope, which is a domestic violence family crisis center here in Stillwater, and it went really well. And then the second beer we've got in the fermentation tanks right now is the beer we brewed with the Humane Society. So
awesome. That's awesome.
Gosh, I felt like I was talking forever there.
No,
sorry, guys.
No, that's all good. So is this something you're going to just do forever?
Oh yeah, I mean this is something that so long as we can maintain the schedule and doesn't interfere with everything we're doing, we want to keep doing it. I mean it's really fun. It's really good. We've received a lot of positive feedback from the people in the community, I don't think they'll ever get tired of taking money, and we'll never get tired of doing good. So I don't foresee it ever really going away.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
You said you're in the middle of your second one. What beers have you done?
So we did Hops for Hope, which was
So the first one was bitter pale ale. They were looking for something kind of IPA, bitter. So we did kind of a good intro into a bitter pale ale.
They went with Warrior, Amarillo, and Cascade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it was super bitter, super hoppy. I said it tasted like a great APA from 10, 12 years ago. If you'd had what was then the fad at the time, just strong American bitter, pale ales. It was right there. It's good.
And then the second one we're doing, they were looking for a lager, but we didn't have at the time, so we decided on a kind of a pilsner with an ale yeast.
Okay.
So throw a little lighter ale style at you.
Yeah. Awesome. It'll be pretty cool. It'll be basically like a full-bodied lager. It'll be nice.
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. Do we know any of the beyond the first 2?
Yeah. Next month we're doing Tiny Paws, which is a cat and kitten rescue here in town. There's also there's a food bank here in town. I'm just drawing our daily bread that we're planning on doing some things with. There's a homeless shelter here in town. I'm just drawing blanks on everybody. Habitat for Humanity, United Way. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of local nonprofits that we can team with, and they've all expressed interest. So yeah,
That's awesome.
we're down. And then I like dogs, so we can just do the Humane Society every other month. So
There you go.
it's fine. It'll just be our fill-in. We'll be our fill-in. So
So is this, will this replace your Thirsty Thursday?
no. It's just kind of it still kind of carries on. So we do our Thirsty Thursday where we introduce a new one-off in the tap room every Thursday. So this is just like a continuation of that. So we'll still do that every Thursday. There'll be a new beer released in the tap room. It's just every fourth Thursday of every month. The beer that's being released in the tap room will be the community keg, and the proceeds from that will go to the nonprofit. But yeah, this is just kind of a continuation of that. We had so many people that were excited about the Thirsty Thursday that it's kind of one of the ways the community kegs kind of came about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So obviously we've had you on the show before, Matt. It's been a little while since we've done a proper episode, about a year, I think.
Oh yeah, it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
So a lot of things have changed since then.
A few things
October
for
1st happened.
Oh, yeah.
Stopping, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
I guess what I'm most curious about being in Stillwater, how has the post-October 1st world been? I know you guys started selling beer at football games.
Yeah, exciting. Yeah, we got in. We got Silly Wheat Tall Boys in Boone Pickens Stadium for the football games. That was pretty exciting. And then opening up. It was nice to have all the new avenues to sell our beer. The demand's been there, so it was nice to be able to open up. It's still fun. You know, what has been 10 months later to walk into Walmart and see Velvet Antler and Stilly Wheat on the shelves, you know, and that's really cool. And now we've opened up almost every Walmart in the state, which is pretty cool, you know. Like my sister goes to the Walmart and more, and she'll send me pictures of Stilly Wheat on the shelves, which is super cool. And then just kind of whole new world. Yeah. We're in Kansas now, soon to be Texas. Getting ready to go collab up in Chicago. So yeah, it's kind of opened up a lot of things for us. It's been really exciting, really fun.
Awesome. One of the things we always ask people is when it's their first time on their show or on our show, if you remember your first craft beer or maybe your epiphany beer that got you into drinking craft beer.
You want to go first?
No, actually, I do not.
No, you don't remember, or no, you don't want to go first?
No, I will go first.
Yeah, or both works.
But I do not remember my first one. I do remember like having drinking Keystone for a while, and then I ran out of beer, and the only thing I could find was a homebrew that one of my friends had made. Nice. And I know it wasn't my first craft beer, but I remember drinking that, and then someone else brought over more Keystone. And I was drinking that, and I was like, "This is gross." So that would be my epiphany moment, where I was like, "There's other types of beer."
Yeah, it doesn't have to taste like piss water.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Keystone was gross even when I was drinking Coors Light.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It gets the job done.
Exactly.
That's true.
But yeah. I think I told mine the last time we were here, but yeah, it was 2 beers, but it was right around the same exact time. Left Hand's Milk Stout, and then Smutty Nose does a beer called Old Brown Dog. It's just a imperial brown ale, and brown ales were kind of my first love once I branched out beyond the, Keystone Lights, Natty Ice kind of things,
Right.
Bud Ice I was a big fan of back in the day, but yeah, then I learned.
So what got you into brewing?
It's kind of the science of it. My friends started homebrewing, and I started kind of getting interested in the science of it all, and then started homebrewing with them, and tried to work in a yeast lab so I could get more yeast experience, and just kind of went from there. It's kind of like a science experiment every time, and I enjoy that.
Sure. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite part of the brewing process?
It's tied for the first, because always tasting, it's a good time.
Right.
It's always a surprise sometimes.
We try to pretend that the drinking's not the best part, but it is. It is.
It's one.
It's the community of drinkers is what it is.
Exactly.
It's drinking with all you guys.
That's right. So it's been, I don't think I've been out here since December for the chocolate.
Yeah, you were here for Chocolate Hab.
Yeah, so I'm sure the tap list is quite a bit different. What do we got going on these days?
Right now what we have the Hoppy Biscuit
Yeah.
on, which is basically a really hoppy pale with biscuit malt.
Yep.
We've got the Orangey is Alive, which is like a sort of a lactic acid, citrusy rye beer. We've got Chocolate Hab on. I think we have Bright. Do we have Bright D on right now?
Not yet.
No. We've got our Combine, which we haven't released to the public yet. We're going to release Kegs. It's our hoppy wheat, sort of a brewed combination of our recipes for Payne County and Stilly wheat with a little extra dry hopping in there. Really popular, really good. We're only selling cans out of the tap room this year, so make sure you grab some before you leave. But we'll be sending kegs out to distro. And then, I don't remember right now off the top of my head. I always just drink Exit 174 or the 9. So, like, I'm pretty boring when I'm in the tap room.
There's like the standards,
Yeah, Stilly wheat, Velvet
Amber. That's it.
Yeah, we've got a couple do we still have the Saison on?
No.
We had our International Space Saison, which was one of our Thirsty Thursdays, which I think it just blew. It was one of our slower moving ones,
Well,
which I think is a damn shame because it was really good.
Actually, I made a lot of it. That's why it seemed like it was slow.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, we fermented that. But lately we've been experimenting with fermentation in barrels, which is pretty cool. So we'll steal some wort out of a brew day and throw it in one of our barrels and actually pitch yeast in the barrel and let it ferment in there. Pulls out some like cool sour characteristics and some wood tannins and stuff. It's pretty cool. Not for the faint of heart, but it's interesting. Going back to the whole science and nerding out thing, it's pretty interesting. And it's more like traditional, you know. Not a lot of monks back in the day were brewing in stainless steel tanks. Straight from China. Free tariff tanks.
We're big fans of festivals here.
Yeah.
What are some that are coming up that we can see you guys at?
Let's see, I'm trying to think of. We've got this Brewers Ball, which is coming up, I think, next week. It's for the cystic fibrosis, I think. I don't know. I'm murdering it.
Sounds good to me.
It's for a good cause. Brewers Ball coming up. We've got, Zoo Brews coming up, which will be a lot of fun in September. We're doing one Festival of the Lost Township in Kansas City, and it's coming up in September. Here later this month, I'm doing another one in somewhere in Kansas. It's one of the forts in Kansas. It's a bike brew and queue, which is also for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, but it's like a bike cycling and barbecue beer festival. And then we're trying to organize a new Oklahoma beer festival for late September here in Stillwater. It's still in the pre-planning phase, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but hopefully a lot of things in the works.
You guys gonna do Wild Brew?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That one's going to be kind of tough this year because nobody in the state talks to each other. So, yeah, there's the Oklahoma Craft Beer Summit, which is a 2-day thing now. Last year it was just 1 day. They've split it up into 2 days. And the Saturday, which is the forum day where I'm actually slated to be like a panelist and speak at, I think, then there's supposed to be, it's the same day as Wilder. So it's during the daytime, and there's supposed to be a beer festival after that, or immediately after that, but it's the same Saturday as Wild Brew. So we're going to figure out. I love Wild Brew, and we're committed to the summit because it's a CBAO event, so it's a guild event. So and it's just a really fun event. It's nice. It's one of the few events where we get to all kind of get together, but we're always together, but where we get to get together in more of a professional setup or atmosphere.
Right.
But anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, we plan on being at Wild Brew.
Okay.
It might be a long day. If you see me and I'm dragging ass, it's because I've just hauled ass from Oklahoma City to Tulsa to be there. But I'll do it for the birds because I love the birds, and that's what Wild Brew is all about.
Yeah.
What other events do you have going on at the tap room besides the Community Kegs coming up?
Let's see. Every Tuesday night we do Pub Poll, which is pretty cool. It's like a Family Feud style game where they just do. It's sort of interactive, but it's like a survey game, which is really fun. And then every Wednesday night we do trivia. This coming Saturday, the 13th, I think it is, we're doing a comedy show. It's actually kicking off every second Saturday. We're doing our second Saturday comedy show, which off the top of my head, I can't remember the guys' names that are. Wes Corbin is one of the guys' names that's going to be here this weekend, and he was voted or named stand-up comic of the year in Texas. Oh, awesome. So it should be pretty funny. Should be a good time. Later this month, we're kicking off a new music. We do live music every Thursday night, but later this month, we're kicking off a new monthly thing that we're going to do called the Payne County Revival, which is going to be a sort of a variety showcase featuring a lot of local musicians. We like to basically promote the arts. One of our founders, Dave, his wife, Morgan, is one of the local musicians that plays here. So we're really involved with the music scene down here and try to promote as much as we can. Artists and animals, we're all about it. You know? Philanthropy, artists, and animals. Iron Monk, damn it. We're good people.
Is there anything else you'd like to mention? Or?
No, I think that's mostly everything. Yeah, I think we got everything. Just excited, pretty excited about the Chicago collab that we're getting up to do. We're going to go up there and spend a week collabing with 2 different breweries up there. We're going to brew, we haven't decided completely yet, but some kind of weird goza. Yeah. I think we're leaning towards like grapefruit, or we're going to go pick some fresh vegetables and fruit at this local farm. And then we're going to brew with dry hop brewers. Something really cool using that. And then later on in the week, we're going to brew with Burnt City Brewing Company. I don't know, we were talking about doing something really weird, using like a Norwegian strain of yeast and possibly brewing with hay or something really, really fun.
The ideas are still floating around on that one.
Yeah, we're still, that's a work in progress, but like, it's going to be experimental and they're going to be fun and exciting and it's going to be a good time. You know, open us up to a whole new stream of people and yeah, it'll be pretty cool.
I guess last thing, where can everybody keep in touch online?
Oh yeah, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the like, at Iron Monk Beer, and on the web at www.ironmonkbeer.com.
I guess that's it.
Drink beer every day.
Yeah,
Right.
Drink local, support quality local.
That's right.
Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. Always a pleasure.
That guy said, "Don't let the door hit in the vagina on the way out." That was hilarious.
Good idea.
That's going to do it for another episode of Pub Talk. Thanks again to Matt and everybody at Iron Monk for having us out today. If you're in the state of Oklahoma, you really need to make a trip out to Stillwater and check out that tap room. They've got one of the nicest spaces in the state, in my opinion. Make sure to support the Community Kegs program and grab their beer anytime you see it on liquor store shelves, grocery store shelves. And make sure you subscribe to us, pubtalkpodcast.com, or your favorite podcast app. And as always, never forget there's nothing in life too big or hard you can't handle it over a few beers with your good friends. Until next time, just chill till the next episode.